evening, everybody. How you doing? We are here to discuss the mysterious disappearance of Lisa Michelle Davis. Lisa Michelle Davis was last seen in 1991 by her daughter when her daughter was 3 years old. But there are people who say they have proof that she was last seen in sometime in 1992. This is Lisa's daughter, Jay Harris, here to tell her mother's story. I'm a cautionary by this story is full of heartbreak, a little bit of anger, and Jay and the rest of her siblings just wants to know where her mother is and what happened to her. And she's here to tell her story today. Jay, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm doing okay. I mean, my friend had reached out to you, and I said, I don't mind telling my mom's story because I've been going through it for years, ever since I was 3 years old. But, it's just been too much for me. Like you were saying, is the last time I saw my mom when I was 3 years old, but everybody in the Hill District, or mainly in Pittsburgh, last time they saw her was May 25th, 1992. I have proof of that. I talked to the detectives. Everybody want to know, well, what was going on between 91 and 92? She got sent to the hospital. A lot of things was going on between them months. I have proof of that. The detectives, I already talked to them. I already
Right.
talked to a couple of her friends. I'm not going to get into, because clearly y'all can already see what happened. You already know what happened. I mean, a lot of her friends already know what happened, and who sent her to the hospital. And at the end of the day, I don't care, what people have to say about it. I mean, y'all can ask me any questions y'all want to ask me. I mean, it's sad. It's a sad story. She had five beautiful kids. We was all young when she disappeared. I was only 3 years old. I have two older sisters than me. You know, it's just a sad story. A lot of questions what people was asking was, who raised you all? Who raised us was my father's mother all of her life. That's who raised us. So all of my life, I always asked my father's mother, where is my mother at? The first thing that came out her mouth is, I don't know, quit asking me. So then when you got older, when I got a teenager, I said, um, grandmother, I don't know if a lot of people know or not, I had seizures. And my wish was to find out what happened to my mom. So when the lady came to my house, the lady said, what is your wish? I said, my wish is to find out what happened to my mother. And that's when the lady looked at me like I was crazy. And my grandma told the lady, you could come back later. She slammed that door, and then my grandma told me, Jay, you don't need to know what happened to your mom, because right now I'm gonna take her to the grave and she's dead. And when she sat there told me that, and I was 16 years old, I knew you have to know what happened to your mom, my mom, for you to tell me my mom's dead. How do you know what happened to my mom? And that's crazy. That's crazy. So ever since she told me that, I never stopped fighting. I never stopped trying to find out what happened to my mother. So then, I just kept on trying to figure out what happened to her. The police officer said they couldn't tell me because, we don't know what happened to her. It's HIPAA. We can't give you no information. And then eventually, when my daughter got older, I just basically, just now recently, called detectives up 3 years ago, and that's when she was able to tell me when my mom's birthday was. I didn't even know my mom's birthday was. I just found out my mom's birthday was the same day as my daughter's. And how didn't you know that, grandmother? When you took care of us, you took care of my mom's kids. You took care of my mother's kids. For you to take care of my mom's kids and your son's kids, you had to know my mom's birthday. But you kept that a secret. You know, you kept that a secret from us for a reason.
So,
Like,
and she was telling you that your mother was dead when you were younger too, right? Right?
exactly.
So,
Exactly. That's what I mean.
okay, so the whole time she was telling
And
you,
then, go ahead.
so the whole time she was telling you that your mom's dead. All your life she been telling you that your mom's dead, right?
Yeah, and you don't need to ask me because whether I know I'm gonna take it to the grave. So that's what made me actually still try to do my research and find out what happened to my mom. But the police officers couldn't tell me nothing because they said my mom was grown. And then when I went down to the SSI building, they said, we can't give you no information on your mom because maybe she might not want to be found. And that's how it is, though, in the IRS and the government. They're not going to give you information on nobody that's older than 18. I even showed them my proof of, I'm Lisa's daughter, you know. So that's why I called the detective's office, like 3 years ago. And I said, I need your help. And then when the detective actually got my mom's information, they called the SSI office. And that's when they said, we found out when your mom's birthday is. And I said, when is it? They called me Thanksgiving Eve. And they said, your mom's birthday is April 18th. And I start crying because I just found out my mom's birthday, my daughter's birthday is the same day. And
So
I'm
can
all
you
like, my grandmother knew all along because you're the one who helped me take care of my daughter.
right? Can you do me a favor and turn to the camera because they can't really
Oh,
see you?
yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay, you got it.
You're
Okay,
the
there
one
you
who helped me take care of my daughter. So you had to know when my mom's birthday was, for one, because you took care of all five of my mom's kids. Like, you took care of all of my mother's kids. You took care of me and my sisters and brother. And for you to take care of us, you had to know when my mom's birthday was.
go. Oh yeah, of course.
Like, you knew that. I
Okay,
asked you when my mom's birthday was. I asked you everything about my mom. You kept it secret. And then when I gave birth to my daughter, you knew when her birthday was too. That's why you wanted to take care of her. Because you knew if I went down to the SSI office, I was going to find out when my daughter's birthday, when my mom's birthday was. So that's why you didn't want me to actually do all of this, Like, but anyhow, so I started actually working as a caregiver, home health aide and everything. And that's why we say what comes around goes around. What happens in the dark comes to the light. I started taking care of my grandmother's boyfriend. And that's when the first thing that came out his mouth is, I don't know if you remember me or not, but I'm your grandmother's boyfriend. And he sat there and said to me, tell me something. Did they ever go on Las Vegas and see if that was your mother's body down in Las Vegas? And I said, no, she never told me that. And that's what he said, yeah, I remember your grandmother telling me that your mom's body could be down in Las Vegas. I said, what? I was 21 at that time when he told me that. I wish I had the mind I have now, though. And when I called down Las Vegas, they sat there and they said, we don't have a Lisa Michelle Davis, but we have a Lisa Michelle Harris. My father's last name was Harris, is still Harris, and my mom's last name is Davis. So I was like, you know what? This is crazy. But like I said, it's like at the end of the day, I know for a fact that they know something. And it don't matter who thinks what. At the end of the day, I just don't care. I just want answers. I want closure. And if
right.
it was the other way around, they would feel the same way.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Where is your dad in all this? Where does he play in the part? Okay,
Oh,
because
and that's what I meant to say.
how
Still
did
to
he
this day, still
how
to
did he
this day. Go ahead, what you say?
how did he so what he took you to your grandmother's house because you said your grandmother raised you, right? So what did he do?
Isaiah,
Take
yeah,
you there?
yeah. But that's what I'm about to answer your question. Still to this day, he never put a missing report out on my mother. You never actually went down to the police station to go report her missing. I'm the only one. I am the only one who actually reported her missing. My grandmother didn't. My dad didn't. Nobody reported her missing. Nobody. You had five kids with my mother and you never reported her missing. That's a red flag right there. A red flag. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Like,
So,
it's terrible. I'm ready to cry. You can't sit there and tell me that I should not think that you did not kill my mom. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Like, it's terrible. How did you come back to Pittsburgh and not report your baby mom missing when you have five kids with her? Five. Like, crazy. To this day, you still didn't put a missing report out on her? You have to know where the fuck she's at. And your mom already told me she's dead. Your mom already told me that. And I'm never going to stop finding out what happened to her. I'm never going to give up with her. My daughter is the blessing. My daughter, like, she's the only reason why I'm actually, like, not down in the county, for real. Like,
just take your time. I totally understand how you feel. So you get vent as much as you want on here. This is, uh, yeah, the whole thing. Um, your mother's other kids. How have they been throughout this whole ordeal?
I can't really answer for them, but
Okay.
in my heart, they know we don't have no mother.
Okay.
They don't want to lose no father. They don't want to be without two parents. You know what I'm saying? They're hurting too in different ways. They are hurting. My
Right.
mom only had five kids, so I'm gonna speak on my mom's five kids. They look at it as we don't have no mom, we don't want to lose no father too. They know in a way that everything I'm saying to them is correct, that it is true. Like, I mean, I'm not going. One thing about it is, why would I lie about my father? That is my father. Why would I make lies about him? It's
Right.
true. Like, I mean, the detectives have proof. The cops have proof. Like what I'm saying, I have proof. Like the streets don't lie either. The streets talk. Money talk. Like, like at the end of the day, I'm never going to give up on my mom. That's my mother. If somebody else was in the same situation as me, they would not give up either.
Right. And we also talked about the DNA because you said your DNA is not in the system. That would be a good way to start, just in case that she was ever found. DNA.
And and I was about to say too, I want to make it very clear. It's not like I don't have answers right now. I do have answers. I do have some answers. The thing about it is, it's just it's hard for me to understand. I mean, it's hard for me to explain because I don't want to say too much on on this thing.
Oh no, I totally understand because I know the case is active, and when there are active cases,
Yeah,
there's not too much you can say. So yeah, you just say what you can on here, and
yeah.
that's everything. So now you were raised by your grandmother, your grandmother, your dad's mom, right? So
Yes. Oh, that's what I want to say too. I'm sorry. The other things people was asking is, um, basically, so my mom's mother died when she was young. Her grandmother, meaning her dad's mother, took care of her.
okay,
So when she met my father and everything, her grandmother was already all getting sick and ill. So when she started running, like, meeting my dad and running the streets and everything, she was at that age, she was already older and all that, that's what I mean. So she was already, my grandmother always was already older, was about to go to a nursing home. My dad's mother. I mean, not my dad's mother, my mother's grandmother. So make the story short is my dad's mother took custody of us, meaning she took custody of us around the same time he went on the run at the same time she disappeared.
so how long did he go on a run for?
12 years. 12
12 years.
years.
He went
When
on a
he
run.
came out, say it again.
You said 12 years he went on a run for?
Yeah. So I didn't see him again till I was 12 years old.
Mm,
Like meaning like he basically was gone and he didn't come back to Pittsburgh for like 12 years.
mm.
So when he came back, my mom wasn't around. Like I didn't see my mom. Like he came back to Pittsburgh and she wasn't nowhere to be found still.
And he never talked about it at all or said anything until that.
Never. If I was to ask him today or tomorrow, where's my mom? He's still gonna say, I don't want to talk about it.
So that's his answer. He doesn't want to talk about it. Wow.
He never talked about it. Never. Imagine when I asked his mother, where's my mother at? I don't know where she's at. Quit asking me. That's the first thing she said. And then when I actually put Make a Wish involved with it, when I was in Make a Wish, because I had seizures, I don't mind telling people, she said, you don't need to know where your mom's at because she's dead. And wherever I know, I'm going to take her to the grave. I still remember it. It was like yesterday. And I knew for a fact, obviously, you must know what happened to my mom for you to sit there and tell me that. She must thought I was stupid.
Yeah, to say that you're going to take it to the grave
Yeah,
means that.
and then your boyfriend that you was with for years told me my mom's body could be down in Las Vegas.
Mm, 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 mm.
And then I did actually call Las Vegas, and they said they had a Lisa Michelle Harris, not Lisa Michelle Davis.
So
And my father's, huh?
did you ever check into that?
I did check it. So I did check into that, and they said somebody came down and claimed the body. And my question is, did they already claim the body because we was young?
Hmm. So there are ways. So I mean, so there are ways of finding out if that happened. I got people in the comments now, like my friend Lisa Joe. She's good with all that type of things, with handling the DNA, and yeah, we definitely can find
And
that out.
this was the problem is my mother didn't really have no family. Mind you, her mother died when she was young. Her dad was old and sickly. Her grandma went into nursing home. So she didn't really have nobody to actually put in a missing report out to tell the police officers, oh, she's missing, go check up on her. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? She didn't really have nobody but us. And we was young. My grandmother would take us to the police station and say, hey, their mother's missing, you know? And I don't give a shit who fucking say what about what I'm saying. Because at the end of the day, that was my mother. So now I'm speaking up on my mother. Because at the end of the day, if this was their mother, they'll be doing the same thing I'm doing right now.
And they supposed to, and you should too. Listen,
So
and
like I
listen.
was saying is basically, they nobody went down there and actually reported her missing. And that was the problem. For you not to go on and report my mother missing, obviously you must have known who did what to my mother. You must have
Right,
knew. You knew. You was trying to actually protect your son. That's what that was. You was trying to protect your son.
right. So, where is the case at? I mean, is the case open
It's
currently?
active. Oh yeah, it's open. It's active. Yes, it is. It is active. That's why I say I can't say too much.
Right. So, have they come to you about DNA at all?
Yeah, so she swallowed my mouth. She has my DNA. Yes. What it is I'm just upset about the whole situation because at the end of the day, that right there tells people why you have 5 kids with somebody. Why didn't you actually go on there and report her missing? Like it's just too much.
So when did
That's
they
a
take?
big question everybody had. That's why people are actually asking the question too. You
Right.
know,
So when did they take your DNA?
she took my DNA like last year, I think it was.
Okay. So your DNA is in the system.
I don't mind doing it again. I mean,
No, I know it's not a question of whether you do it again. I'm just making sure that's in the system because, like I said, that's a very important tool uh, that helps identify. So if she was ever found, then they would go off of that. That's why I asked that question.
and then the other thing too, because I don't want nobody to think I forgot. The other people I want to run with him, you all have answers too. Y'all have answers too. Y'all have something y'all have to answer to the police officers and detectives. Don't think I'm stupid. I know everybody I want to run.
Right.
Everybody.
So what else? I mean, what else should people know about your mother's case?
She was beautiful. She had 5 beautiful kids. And just because nobody said nothing, nobody did nothing for all these years, I hope you did not think we gave up because I did not give up. I would never give up. The detectives did not give up. And my dad know I did not give up. He know I'm still fighting. I'm still gonna get answers.
Oh, you ain't never supposed to give up. Don't ever give up, because
Yeah.
I'll tell you something. All these people that are missing right here, I'll keep advocating for them for the rest of my life. Okay, I won't stop until we bring them all home. Okay, if that takes the rest of my life, then that's what I'm gonna be doing. So
My
you should.
mom's case is still active. They're working on it right now. They are I talked to them just yesterday.
Okay, that's
Like
good.
to be honest. I was down there yesterday.
Okay.
And I don't mind telling nobody.
And how old was your mom when she went missing?
I last time I saw her, like I said, when I was 3 years old. But everybody else saw her in 1992.
So
So
what was she like 24 or 25 years old at the time?
yeah, yeah. And this is the other thing. Like mind you, I was only 3 years old. So how don't you know nothing about our mother, but you have gobs of pictures of her in her drawer? You never even showed us. Never even want to show us no pictures of our mom, but you got all the pictures in your drawer. You never even showed a near picture of my mom to me, and you took care of us. Like I'm talking about my father's mother. But you have all my mom's information in your drawer and pictures. And how did I know about it? I knew about it because basically when I opened our drawer and I saw them, I questioned her about it. She said, "Get out that drawer."
Wow. So you found pictures of your mother in her drawer. Wow.
That she never showed us.
Mm.
And where did she get it at? From my mother's grandmother's house when she got us.
Mm. And I noticed in one of the pictures, one of these pictures, I guess people probably don't know. In one of these pictures, Richard Pryor is holding your mother.
Yes. So my mother's grandmother, basically she was known down at Crawford Grill. If anybody's from the area that I live in, that was known for like a lot of singers. You know, they would go down there and they would sing, and she would write songs for them. You know, her name was Elizabeth Davis. So my mom's side of family was like, known down there.
Okay.
Billy Davis, Elizabeth Davis, Richard Pryor would be down there. A lot of people.
Okay.
That's why when I mention my mom's name, they'll be like, "Oh, yeah, I knew her father, Billy Davis." You know?
Right. And also, too, I'm gonna share something with the viewers. That Jay shared with me that her mother was once kidnapped by Stan Tukey Williams. I don't know if anybody's familiar with him, but he's a Crip from Los Angeles. He got executed years ago because he murdered 3 people. If you're not familiar with Stan Tukey Williams, then look him up. It's a dangerous guy, very dangerous individual, and he ended up being executed. I'm gonna say almost 10 years ago. It might be longer.
Um, like I said, it's not just like somebody told me. It's not hard solving this case. It's an easy case to solve. The problem was nobody actually did their, how should I say it, did their deed like they were supposed to do at the beginning. People
Right,
thought if I actually don't go on there put a missing report out on her, then she won't be found. But at the end of the day, they didn't know that she always gonna have a daughter or children that's never gonna give up.
right,
So because she had me, let me speak on me and Aaliyah, she's gonna get her mystery solved. She's gonna get justice. That's for sure.
right, right,
As long as I'm alive, she's gonna get justice. And she's gonna get closure and answers.
right. I definitely want to thank you for sharing her story tonight.
I
Uh,
thank you.
this will be seen by a lot of people. There's hopefully out there somebody out there that knows your mother, knows what happened to her around that time. We can get these answers. We can help Jay get these answers. 90, 92, 91, 92. That's almost 4 decades that her mother has been missing. No child should grow up without their mother. No child should have to go through that heartbreak of pain. I always believe a child should grow up with both parents, but sometimes that doesn't happen. But also too, there was a big injustice here because no one knows what happened. Well, I'm sorry, they know what happened to this woman. They're just not saying. I just hope that one day, just one day, soon, that you get answers, Jay. And again, I just wanted to thank you so much for coming by and sharing your mom's story.
Thank you. And like I said, it's not something about what you know, sometimes it's about who you know. And when the streets talk, best believe it's gonna be shining. It's gonna be shining bright sooner or later, and justice will be served.
Yes, it will. So much for coming on, and you have a good
Thank
night.
you. Thank you.
Okay, you too.
Bye
Good
bye.
night.
Bye bye.